Okay, so I wasn't planning on making the last video, and even the one before that got deleted by myself, even though I got pretty great opinions on it, like people were supporting me. So it was supposed to be the first video of the channel, almost 2 years late because I'm a dumbass. And it will be a new format, in quoting new format, which is called Let's Speak Off. It's not really new because before doing content in English, I used to do this format under the name Parlons d'eux, which was basically like I'm gonna do today, a commentary on movies or video games. Here are some screenshots because I was a teenager at this time. It was really cringe, and honestly I can't watch the episode nowadays because I don't want to die of cringe. But it's back for those who want it, so woo! Let's go! So you saw the title, we're gonna talk about the fabulous, the unique Shovelknight. So for the people who don't know Shovelknight, it's a platformer released in 2014, like 11 years ago. It got a PC, 3DS and Wii U version. In 2015 it also got a PS3, PS4, PS Vita and Xbox One port. And the final release was on Nintendo Switch in 2017, but I'm pretty sure it's almost the same as the Wii U version, the one I tested for this video. PlayStation version will also be talked about because I've played the PS Vita version and the PS3 version, but they're basically the same, except like the fighting game mode who is not there on the portables version. But I don't really care because I only want to talk about one specific part, because yeah, we're not going to talk about the 3 DLCs even though they are fucking fabulous. We're only going to talk about the main campaign, which is Shovel of Hope, and was the only one that released, because the way Shovelknight worked at the time is that it was a small indie game. I think it was 15 euros at the time, around $15, which is really not expensive for a game that good. But later it got multiple free updates that added 3 different games, 4 if you count the fighting game, but I won't count it. Where you follow different knights, where you follow Plague Knight, Spectre Knight and King Knight. But now we will only talk about the main campaign, because it's the one where I have the most thing to say. Even though it's not the best, it's still excellent. So let's pick off Shovelknight. In the story, you play as Shovelknight, who went into exile after losing his friend Shovelknight. I don't know why on the script I misgendered Shovelknight. In a mission sometime later, he comes back to the land to fight the Order of No Quarters and the Enchantress. So the Order of No Quarters is composed of different characters you fight throughout the game as bosses. So there are King Knight, who is found in his castle. I won't say also the stage names because I don't want to say them poorly. So King Knight is basically a fraud. He stole the throne to the king and is an incompetent dumbass. The design of the robe is though really showing him he's made of gold, you know, like he has money. And it's the most thing important to him, which is also the main thing is in his own quest that we'll see maybe in a later video. Spectre Knight is found basically in the graveyard, which is called the Lich Yard. I will know to pronounce that one because it's my favorite knight and my favorite stage of the whole game. He has a design that's called back to the most popular interpretation of the Grim Reaper in the West, which is a representation of death, of course. Honestly, it's peak design, absolute cinema. Plague Knight is found in his lab. He's a crazy scientist and has like the Plague Doctor's design, but applied to some kind of gremlins, which is really funny to see. Unlike any other characters, he doesn't look like a knight at all. Then we have the least important one, like Treasure Knight, Mole Knight and Powder Knight. It's a cool design, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of their levels, and I honestly think they are forgettable. But like, oh my god, Powder Knight design made me go awooga. Then we have Tinker Knight. Tinker Knight is basically your average anime fan. He likes mecha, that's all. Peak, honestly, peak. And the last one is Shovelknight. I hate Shovelknight. He has the worst fucking stage in the whole fucking game. I hope his wife cheated on him. That plague will take his parents and that bad financial decision will lead us into the streets. It doesn't deserve any kind of love, only hate. And for the last one, it's the boss. It's the Enchantress. It's the main antagonist of the game. And spoiler warning, you can skip to the timestamp that is on the screen, because if you don't want to be spoiled. So, the Enchantress is Shovelknight. Yeah, it's a character you went to save. It's a pretty decent boss, even though like it's a possessed version of Shovelknight, and later you get to fight the spirit of the Enchantress alongside Shovelknight, showing that Shovelknight's abilities are like perfectly synchronized with Shovelknight's. It's honestly a very good boss fight. Not the best one in the game, but I would say that it's solid, like top 5. And there's a lot also of hidden bosses, but we'll talk about them later. And I have one knight I didn't talk about. It's Black Knight. It's both the first and last boss before the Enchantress, because you fight him in the tutorial level. In terms of design, it's just a black Shovelknight with red accents to like contrast to the blue, I guess. I don't know. I know about design, but I don't know for this one. I'm not the designer's head. Basically, he has the same goal as Shovelknight and thinks that Shovelknight wants to harm Shovelknight. In the end, he got infused by the Enchantress power, used wings and stuff. Basically, he took drugs to become stronger. And he has the exact same objective as you, but he's some kind of rival. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the levels. It's going to be short, the level design is just overall great. Even when I say that I hate some levels, I'm forced to admit that they have a pretty good theme. It's pretty consistent throughout the level. I have really nothing to say. It's honestly top 1 platforming level design. Clearly the best. The only one who did better was the first Mario Bros. With the introduction of Goombas. And the first level in general. But the problem with Mario games is it's generally inconsistent. The level designs start to feel bad at one point, whereas Shovelknight only have good level designs. It's honestly always fun, and a lot of people will like the game for that. Part of the customization. The customization is very slim because you just have different kind of armor with different colors, effects, shit like that. It's cool because you can pick your favorite based on color or on effect. Even though you can change the color with cheat codes when you create a save file. But it's still really cool. Now on the optional bosses, and there are a shit ton. Yes, when I say a shit ton, it's a lot. First, the giant ghost in the manor, in the manoir. It's not the most interesting, you just have to fight him with balls. Black Knight can also be fought as a secret boss, it's just a rematch, it's not really interesting. Raise, Baz and the Phantom Striker were rematches that becomes a bit more important in the DLCs, because they are like setting characters to be important later, especially Reese and the Phantom Strikers, who are really important in Spectre of Torment. Also the Hat Setter, it's an optional boss who is obsessed by art. But these are not the most interesting. They are a cool addition for sure, but it's not that great. No, because I'm also going to tackle something. Which version should you play? Okay, so we will just do the Nintendo version first. Why? Because it's only amiibo support. Yeah, just that. So except if you're willing to spend your balls and your liver on amiibos, I would say to not play the Nintendo's version. Plus the amiibos don't have much, so it's okay. And for those curious, there are 5 amiibos. There are 1 by per characters that are playable in Treasure Trove, and a golden Shovelknight amiibo that is basically useless in this game. Yeah, it's not glorious. What I'm gonna say, and first time I will defend Microsoft, probably also the last time, is that the PlayStation and Microsoft version are really fucking interesting. Microsoft got a fight with the Battletoads. If you don't know what the Battletoads are, they are basically big frogs from a really old NES game that is not that great, but it was cool because I think it was a reboot that released at the time. And they are available on PC and Xbox, so if you want to fight the Battletoad, it's completely good. You can do that. But my favorite is on PlayStation. Fucking Kratos from God of War is an optional boss and gives you his armor that allows you to shoot fireballs. Honestly, it's peak. I can't say anything else. It's peak. Battletoads give also an armor, but I don't know what it does. I didn't play the PC version or Xbox version. And it's also canon with both Battletoads and God of War. So, in the God of War timeline, the Kratos, the God of War, got his ass kicked by a fucking guy with a shovel, which is epic. And when I say it's canon, it was confirmed by both parties. So now we're gonna go to the conclusion. It's the end of the video, so just before we finish it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, put the notification bell, follow me on Twitch, on Twitter. I'm a bit more active on Twitter, even though I'll try to crank up some videos for the next few days. The game is frankly excellent. It's my favorite 2D platform of all time, and the shovel gimmick is really fun. Like, they could have took a pickaxe is intimidating. A shovel not so much, and the fact that they made a character centered around that, it's really cool. The game is basically unforgettable, but I would say that it do not capture the typical NES experience, which was like pretty much something that a lot of people sell the game for. Like they tell you that yeah, it's like the classic NES era. It's not. Not to complain, I don't like the classic NES era, but it really feels different, and I would say that it has more a modern aspect than a retro aspect to it. I would say that if you want something that feels retro, just go play Yooka-Laylee. I've played not much of it, but I played it a few years ago. I think it feels like a lot of Banjo-Kazooie. Or directly play the old games. Most of the older big games are available in both official and unofficial manners. Wink wink. I would say that the game is for everyone. The visual quality is just perfect. The game itself is almost perfect, except for the proper night stage. I really find it frustrating and not in a good way. Overall, I would give this game an 89 out of 100, and it was really fucking good. So, if you like the video, you can, again, do as I said earlier, like, subscribe, and all blah blah blah. Don't forget that I stream twice a week on Twitch. You can follow me there, and I will interact with chat. I wish everyone a great day, a great night. Bisous bisous!